Hello, friends. Welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. We are in the Milady Nail book in Chapter 2, General Anatomy and Physiology. Keep in mind, I am not AI, so mistakes will be made. You can just laugh along with me. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I have the Milady Foundations book, as well as their aesthetics book. Also some other fun things, unboxing and trying various nail things, and we will be doing a lot more of that in the future. If I can build up this channel, we'll be doing giveaways and some other really fun things. I have the hiccups. Okay. Continuing Chapter 2, General Anatomy and Physiology, starting on page 39. Blood vessels. Blood vessels are tube-like structures that include the arteries, capillaries, and veins. The function of these vessels is to transport blood to and from the heart and then onto various tissues of the body. Arteries are thick-walled, flexible tubes that carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to the capillaries. The largest artery in the body is the aorta. The arterial trunk carries oxygenated blood from the heart to be distributed by branch arteries through the body. Capillaries are tiny, thin-walled blood vessels that connect the smaller arteries to the veins. They bring nutrients to the cells and carry away waste materials. Veins are thin-walled blood vessels that are less flexible than arteries. They contain cup-like valves that prevent backflow and carry blood containing waste products from the capillaries back to the heart and lungs for cleaning and to pick up oxygen. Veins are located closer to the outer skin surface of the body than arteries. And figure 2-23 is the circulatory system. It shows arteries, capillary beds of lungs, veins, pulmonary circulation, aorta, left heart pump, right heart pump, and systemic circulation. It is color-coded: blue, oxygen-poor blood, and red for oxygen-rich blood. And if you are able to look at it, that's a good, it is a good figure to help you understand what they're talking about. Okay, the blood. Blood is a nutritive fluid circulating through the circulatory system, heart, veins, arteries, and capillaries to supply oxygen and nutrients of cells and tissues and to remove carbon dioxide and waste from them. There are approximately 8 to 10 pints of blood in the human body, which contribute about 1/20 of the body's weight. Blood is approximately 80% water. It is sticky and salty, with a normal temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 36 degrees Celsius. It is bright red in the arteries, except for the pulmonary artery, and dark red in the veins. The color change occurs with the exchange of carbon dioxide for oxygen as the blood passes through the lungs and the exchange of oxygen for carbon dioxide as the blood circulates throughout the body. Red blood is oxygen-rich. Blue blood is oxygen-poor. Composition of the blood. Blood is composed of red and white cells, platelets, plasma, and hemoglobin. Red blood cells are produced in the red bone marrow. They contain hemoglobin and iron-containing protein that temporarily binds with oxygen. The function of red blood cells is to carry oxygen from the lungs to the body cells and transport carbon dioxide from the cells back to the lungs. White blood cells, also called leukocytes, perform the function of destroying disease-causing microorganisms. Platelets are much smaller than red blood cells. They contribute to the blood clotting process, which stops bleeding. Protoplasma is the fluid part of the blood in which the red and white blood cells and platelets flow. It is about 90% water and also contains proteins and sugars. The main function of plasma is to carry food and other useful substances to the cells and to remove carbon dioxide from the cells. Chief functions of the blood. Blood performs the following critical functions: carries water, oxygen, and food to all cells and tissues of the body. Carries away carbon dioxide and other waste products to be eliminated through the lungs, skin, kidneys, and large intestines. Helps equalize the body's temperature, thus protecting the body from external heat or cold. Works with the immune system to protect the body from potentially harmful bacteria or toxins. Seals leaks found in injured blood vessels by forming clots which prevent further blood loss. Blood supply to the arm and hand. The ulnar and radial arteries are the main blood supply to the arms and hands. The ulnar artery and its numerous branches supply the little finger side of the arm and palm of the hand. The radial artery and its branches supply the thumb side of the arm and the back of the hand. While the arteries are found deep in the tissue, the veins lie near the surface of the arms and hands. Figure 2-24 shows the radial artery and the ulnar arteries of the arm and hand. Blood supply to the lower leg and foot. There are several major arteries that supply blood to the lower leg and foot. The popliteal. The popliteal artery, which supplies blood to the foot, divides into two separate arteries known as the anterior tibial artery and the posterior tibial artery. The anterior tibial artery supplies blood to the lower leg muscles and to the muscles and skin on the top of the foot and adjacent side of the first and second toes. This artery goes to the foot and becomes the dorsalis pedis artery. The posterior, I have the hiccups. The posterior tibial artery. I go for years not having hiccups, and now I've had them several times in these videos. The posterior tibial artery supplies blood to the ankles and the back of the lower leg. The dorsalis pedis artery, or probably pedius, supplies the foot with blood. As in the arm and hand, the important veins of the lower leg and foot are almost parallel with the arteries and take the same names. Figure 2-5, arteries of the lower leg and foot, left leg view. Shows the pop one that I can't say properly, popliteal, which is above the knee. Well, they have it marked above the knee. Left posterior tibial, left anterior tibial, left dorsal pedis. Check in. Name and briefly describe the three types of blood vessels found in the body. What are the chief functions of blood? In future videos, I might answer these questions just to sum up each chapter. If you'd be interested in that, please let me know in the comments. Describe the primary functions of the lymphatic immune system. The lymphatic/immune system is made up of lymph nodes, the thymus gland, the spleen, and lymph vessels that act as an aid to the blood system. Lymph is a colorless, watery fluid derived from blood plasma that has filtered through the capillary wall into... That doesn't sound right. Hang on. Lymph is a colorless, watery fluid derived from blood plasma that has filtered through the capillary walls into the tissue space. The function of lymph is to protect the body from disease by helping to develop immunities that destroy disease-causing microorganisms and to drain the tissue spaces of excess interstitial fluids. Blood plasma found in the space between tissue cells to the blood. It then carries collected waste impurities away from the cells. The lymphatic system. Why is this important? As a nail technician, it is important to understand the lymphatic system as well as a client's immune system to help protect your client from exposure to infection and disease in your spa. The lymphatic system is closely connected to the blood and the cardiovascular system. They both transport fluids like rivers through the body. The difference is that the lymphatic system transports lymph, which eventually returns to the blood where it originated. The lymphatic vessels start as tubes that are closed at one end. Clusters of these tubes form lymph capillaries, which are distributed throughout most of the body except the nervous system. The lymph from these vessels is filtered by the lymph nodes, which are gland-like structures found inside the lymphatic vessels. This filtering process helps to fight infection. The primary function of the lymphatic system The primary functions of the lymphatic system are to carry nourishment from the blood to the body cells, act as a defense against toxins and invading bacteria, remove waste material from the body cells to the blood, provide a suitable fluid environment for the cells. Check in. Define the lymphatic/immune system. Identify the glands that make up the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a group of specialized glands that affect the growth, development, sexual activities, and health of the entire body. Glands are specialized organs that remove certain elements from the blood to convert them into new compounds. The endocrine system. Why is this important? Hormonal imbalances can cause changes in nail growth and affect oil production, melanin production, and skin sensitivity. Uncontrolled diabetes, which is a disease influenced by the production of insulin, affects the nerves, vision, and immune system, to name a few. A person with diabetes may have neuropathy and sensation loss in the extremities, for example. If you were to do a pedicure treatment and the water was too hot, the client with diabetes may be unable to sense the burn and thus could not alert you. There are two main types of glands: exocrine, exocrine glands or duct glands produce a substance that travels through the small tube-like ducts. Sweat and oil glands of the skin belong to this group. Endocrine glands, or ductless glands, such as the thyroid and pituitary glands, release secretions called hormones directly into the bloodstream, which in turn influence the welfare of the entire body. Hormones such as insulin, adrenaline, and estrogen stimulate functional activity or secretion in other parts of the body. Here's a list of the endocrine glands and their functions. The pineal gland plays a major role in sexual development, sleep, and metabolism. The pituitary gland is the most complex organ of the endocrine system. It affects almost every psychologic process of the body: growth, blood pressure, contractions during childbirth, breast milk production, sex organ functions in both women and men, and thyroid gland function. The conversion of food into energy, which is metabolism. The thyroid gland controls how quickly the body burns energy, which is metabolism, and makes proteins and how sensitive the body should be to other hormones. The parathyroid gland regulates blood calcium and phosphorus levels so that the nervous system and muscular systems can function properly. The pancreas secretes enzyme-producing cells that are responsible for digesting carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. The inlets of Langerhans cells within the pancreas control insulin and glucagon production. Then figure 2-6, the endocrine system. It points out the pineal gland in the brain, the hypothalamus gland also in the brain, the pituitary gland also in the brain, parathyroid gland posterior, and the thyroid gland is in the throat area. Do not rub over that ever. If you are applying product, then why is my camera shaking? If you are applying product, just a light touch, I must have bumped the base, right in the middle of the neck. There are other things that you cannot do over that as well, and we will cover those in future videos. The thymus gland is in the middle of the chest. Now, it doesn't say this. It is just has the name and then a line drawn onto this figure. If you're just listening, it's a little harder to explain sometimes. Adrenal gland, which is in the middle of your abdomen, as well as the pancreatic inlets. Then ovaries in the female, which are located in the lower abdomen, and testicles in the male, which are in the genital area. The adrenal glands secretes about 30 steroid hormones and control metabolic processes of the body, including the flight or fight response. The ovaries and testes function in sexual reproduction, as well as determining male and female sexual characteristics. Did you know? If you consider the tremendous influence of the endocrine glands and the hormones they secrete have over the body, you will see that they are just as important to us as our brains. Check in. Name and discuss the two main types of glands found in the human body. Outline the organs in digestion. The digestive system, also called the gastrointestinal system, is responsible for breaking down food into nutrients and waste. The digestive system. Why is this important? Knowledge of the digestive system helps a nail technician because what we eat affects the condition of our skin and nails. Helping clients maintain healthy skin on the hands and feet is the nail tech's principal task. Digestive enzymes are chemicals that change certain kinds of food into a form that can be used by the body. The food, now in soluble form, is transported by the bloodstream and used by the body's cells and tissues. The entire process of digesting food that has been eaten takes about 9 hours. Each of the following organs plays a crucial role in the digestive system: mouth, salivary glands, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. Accessory digestive organs are the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Check in. What are digestive enzymes? List the 5 organs that make up the excretory system. The excretory system is responsible for purifying the body by eliminating waste matter. The metabolism of the body cells forms toxic substances that, if retained, could poison the body. The excretory system. Why is this important? The excretory system works to remove toxins from the body. Understanding the process and how toxins leave the body through perspiration, which occurs on the hands and feet, will help you be a better nail technician. The following organs play a crucial role in the excretory system. The kidneys excrete waste containing urine. The liver discharges waste containing bile. The skin eliminates waste containing perspiration. The large intestine eliminates decomposed and undigested food. The lungs exhale carbon dioxide and other gases, such as formaldehyde, which is a normal byproduct of metabolism that the body uses to build other important substances. Check in. What body organs work as a part of the excretory system? Describe what occurs during inhalation and exhalation. The respiratory system enables breathing, which is respiration, the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the lungs, and with each cell, back up. The respiratory system enables breathing, which is respiration, the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the lungs and within each cell, and consists of the lungs and air passages. The lungs are spongy tissue composed of microscopic cells in which inhaled air is exchanged for carbon dioxide during one breathing cycle. The respiratory system is located within the chest cavity and is protected on both sides by the ribs. The diaphragm is a muscular wall that separates the thorax or chest from the abdominal region and helps control breathing. The respiratory system. Why is this important? Healthy skin needs oxygen. A strong respiratory system will help keep the skin oxygenated for maximum benefits. Skin that is poorly oxygenated will be sallow and gray. It will take longer to respond to treatments or may not respond at all. We have figure 2-27. Airways of respiratory tree, ventilation. It has some arrows, air sucked in, air blown out. External respiration, gas exchange between air and, I do not like this word, alveoli and blood in pulmonary capillaries. I hope you know how to say these things better than I do, or you're at least laughing. That is spelled alveoli. Blood in pulmonary capillaries. The blood flow has some arrows illustrating how the blood circulates around. Internal respiration, gas exchange between tissue cells and blood in systemic capillaries. With each breathing cycle, an exchange of gases takes place. For instance, during inhalation or breathing in through the nose or mouth, oxygen is passed into the blood. During exhalation or breathing outward, carbon dioxide collected from the blood is expelled from the lungs. Oxygen is more essential than either food or water. Although people may survive for more than 60 days without food and several days without water if they are deprived of oxygen, they will die within minutes. Check in. What happens with each breath? And that'll do it for this video, ending on page 47. We will continue in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If we can build up this channel, we'll do some giveaways and some other fun things. I hope this video was helpful to you. We will continue this book and some other interesting things in future videos, swatching, unboxing, all the fun things. But I would like to grow this channel. So, comment, like, share, and subscribe. That is key. And continue watching. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.